Hello and welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman. I'm Gerkinman. We're back in this very familiar little save station here, which we've been in quite a few episodes now. This will be the last time we use it though. Let's take care of that guy. We are going to go and get ourselves the final suit in the game, the Phazon suit. Now normally there is a shortcut you can take which will take up there and that'll actually cut out a lot of it. But there was a door in one of the rooms on the way there, which would be quite advantageous to access now, and it'll give us the ability to actually there's also a Chozo lore I guess we can get on the way, but first things first, let's take care of these guys because the door is along this path here, and then we will get the Chozo lore, and then we'll move on to the suit. So we'll have a few things going on this episode. It won't just be the quick one and done like the last couple have been. So this is the door I am talking about. We want to break through that once we get rid of all these guys. Take that. Alright. Now I've forgotten how to actually access it, is the thing. Forceful active access prohibited. Well, yeah, I can see that. How do I deactivate it? I don't remember. I don't know if you can hear that in the recording or not, but that's my stomach. Let's see how this plasma cannon fares against pretty well. Alright, so heat vision doesn't really show any hidden switches anywhere. What about this vision? Doesn't really show anything hidden either. And there's no random little destroyed metal or anything to scan to... I honestly don't remember how to get through there. Maybe there's still something I need to... still need to do. Oh well, there's still that Chozo lore to get, so we'll go and do that. Actually, I'll just check behind here just in case I missed something. Doesn't look like I did. It's a shame they're all wave beam troopers. I think they're all wave beam troopers. Oh no, these are nice troopers too. You'd think that the ones that are like the opposite, I guess there's no opposite to power beam. But come on guys, you guys are done. So yes, you might remember 2 or 3 or 4 episodes ago, there was one particular elite that was kind of all super Phazoned up. It wasn't in good shape. Just seeing if there's anything to open up that switch up here. Security bias getting locks in place. Locks key to space pirate life signs only. Access denied. Wait, what? Yes, there was one of the elite space pirates who was like really corrupted with the Phazon, and he was sitting in a big... Oh wait, I think this probably is to do with it. Yes, okay, so I blow up this, scan this, that'll activate that, deactivate that door downstairs. Then we can go in there. There you go. And I can't quite actually remember what's in here, but I thought it might be something important, so I thought we should better check it out. And this gun is totally awesome, and I love the way it leaves these little particles floating in the air after it's fired. There's real attention to detail with that sort of thing. The sparks that fly out of it when it hits the ground, or hits the surface. Alright, let's see what's in here. It's the weapon upgrade for this particular gun. Flamethrower. This is actually the most useless weapon in the game, but essentially what it allows you to do is this. It just burns through missiles like no one's business, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so I don't think it's particularly useful. I'm sure there are some people out there who have a use for it, but I haven't found a single case where it's been particularly useful. So after this episode, we're going to be doing either 1 or 2 episodes where I get all of the ancient relics, the Chozo keys, whatever you want to call them. And also, because there are some areas in Fendrana drifts as well, where now that I have the plasma beam, I can actually get some of those energy tanks and missile things I couldn't get before, because this will actually melt the ice, which is pretty useful. So there'll be some items I'll be showing off how to get as well. So that's what we're going to do next time to end the episode, or the second last episode of the series. But for now, you'll see there's this guy here. And if we drop one of these off, well, you can see what's going on here. We don't want to use the power beam on this guy. We just want to use a regular... I mean, we don't want to use the plasma beam or anything, just regular old power beam. So this guy is severely corrupted with Phazon. And I think we actually get another... Yes, we get an extra scan from him. Phazon elite pirate infused with energized Phazon. The Phazon charged elite pirates rely more on their wave quake generators, opting not to carry the vulnerable plasma artillery cannons, normally used by elites. The direct fusing of Phazon into their bodies provides a tremendous level of energy. The drastically lower lifespan that comes with this process is of little concern to the pirates research team, so they don't live anywhere near as long, but they're actually more powerful in a sense. They don't need the extra weapons because they're so infused with Phazon. But he's just as easy to take down as the other guys, if not easier. Just keep shooting him in the head. For some reason his head's his weak spot, can't imagine why. Ugh, come on. Ah! Must be getting close now. So yeah, you'll notice that this guy doesn't have a health bar, so once again he's not an actual boss fight, he's just a mini-boss. But we will be fighting a boss in this episode. I always get excited to fight bosses. So now that we've defeated that guy, we get one of these. Pretty useful item. So there we go, now we've got like 5, I think? 4 of the 12. Okay, so we need to get to the... I need to get down to... Oh, actually, we're almost there now. Because the room we're going to is the Phazon Processing Center. Metroid Quarantine. So that's where we need to get to. Oh, this map's getting confusing. So we need to make our way down to Elevator A here. Which we can do by traveling up and then down. Of course it's up and down. Makes perfect sense. Alright, so I'm going to start heading my way there now, and when I cut back I'll be in Metroid Quarantine, so I will see you in a few minutes. Welcome back briefly. I'm on my way to the room still, but I thought I'd just show off this little room here. This is the Mega Research Room, and there's actually a little secret area here, hidden behind all this rubble. And I don't actually remember what's in here, if I'm going to be completely honest. Oh, it's the map station for this area. Well, that's kind of important. There we go. Now I have a full map of the area, and you can see that there's still quite a bit to explore down here, which is where we're going to be going today. So I'll be back in a jiffy. Alright, so I'm just passing through this room here. This is the Dynamo access. So we're getting pretty close, and I totally forgot that this happens, but there is another elite down here that I have to fight. So it's at this point I think the space pirates are pretty sick of you fucking around with their affairs, and they're trying to make it as difficult as you can. And it's a tiny bit more difficult than some of the others because you're in this really small environment, which definitely makes it a lot more difficult to maneuver around his attacks. I think this is about as dangerous as these guys get. But all you have to do to trigger this fight is just walk into the room, and you're pretty much in trouble at that point. As soon as you get in the room, you're in... Down he goes. So it's not too hard to beat, but it's worth noting. I thought there was maybe something in there, but there isn't. Alright, so I'm going to keep going back down to that room now. I think we're almost there, so I'll be back in a second, and we'll finally be back... whoops, I'm going backwards. Alright, and we are back in this room again. We are back in the Metroid Research Lab. And the power just went out. And you'll notice the plasma beam makes very, very short work of the Metroids. Which, it's a good thing in my books. Very short work of them. So you might be wondering why we needed the plasma beam to get through here. Well, I guess you don't really need the plasma beam to get through here. Well, except for the fact that there are some closed doors. But this item here is very, very useful. So we're going to be using these giant mushrooms, which I'm not sure if there's actually a scan for them. There is. Size increase of 400% indicated in fungal units. So because this is a Phazon here, it's causing things to grow quite huge. But we're going to be using these because there's these invisible platforms here. If you check at that, you can't see anything there. So you need this in order to be able to make your way through this environment. Now, why there are invisible platforms, I absolutely no idea. It's not really explained. I'm assuming it's just something that Chozo already had here. I'm assuming, but I don't actually know. It just seems to be there for more of a purely for gameplay reasons, more so than for any sort of logical reasoning. Let's get up in here, get a little bit of our health back, and just keep making. As you say, like as much as I like the idea behind the X-ray visor, it can be quite difficult to actually kind of see what you're actually doing, which is the big downside to it, I guess. But it's a pretty neat effect. I will say that much. I can say that much wholeheartedly. Just come across these spider tracks here, and. Oops. I mean, I guess, like, this is kind of cool, but how to see that now. I don't know if there's a new scan for these guys. Nope, they're just regular borrowers. This is why you need the heat cannon. Now, a lot of these items you need because you can't actually progress through areas because of that. The heat cannon, the plasma cannon, you just kind of need just for that door. Like, that door just won't open without it. So it's a very arbitrary force collection. But here we've got another elevator, and you can see once again we're going even further down into the crater here. Which looks even bigger now, actually. I'm not sure if they've just recycled the same thing or not and just changed the scale a little bit. But as you can see, there's a lot of Phazon down here. And a lot of these Phazon fungal growths as well, which look pretty awesome, actually. And just some shadow troopers, nothing. Now you can hear here there's a sound of a missile expansion. We're going to risk some health to get that. You can see how quickly the Phazon drains your health. Very, very quickly, which I probably shouldn't have done that because I'm about to fight a boss, but I think there might be a save just before him. Oh, and also, now we've got these Hunter Metroids, which are, you might remember from earlier. Doing their kamikaze thing on us because they're jerks. At least I can see the light in here. These guys take quite a bit of a beating, actually. I think they're more susceptible to the wave beam, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you can only hurt them when they are charging at you. No, it seems to have hurt it. That's the thing too. Like they actually absorb the damage from your beam weapon, which is kind of a neat little touch. But they're not really a threat. Not that much more big of a pain to deal with than a regular old Metroid. Now this guy, we're going to use this guy, which you saw those floating around in the Phendrana drifts in some areas, and you need these guys in order to latch on to use your grappling hook. So that's something that we'll be having to take advantage of later on when we're getting all those Chozo artifacts. I get the feeling that this is going to require one of these, and that feeling would be 100% correct. So you can hear in here, there is an item in here somewhere as well. Oh, actually, I think... we come back here later on with the new suit and we get something else in here. But we're going to avoid it for now. And now we need this again. Yeah, I'm not overly keen on these particular areas here where it's hard to see, and anything where my visibility is reduced, I'm a bit like, eh. But it's not too difficult. It's pretty straightforward platforming, really. Just gonna keep your ears open to hear Metroids, and there's another one. Everything will be fine. Alright, now I think since that's the only place I can really see, that's where I've got to go next. Or not. Maybe I'll just then drop into the ground. You can hear the radiation thing from all the Phazon. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I can hear you, but I can't see you, man. Where are you? Oh, there he is. Alright, so I gotta try to get into that door there. Let's see if I can make it from here. Can. Oh no! There's some annoying jumps like that in this area. I do remember that well from the GameCube one. You have to be like, you have to actually latch onto the, hello. Wait, what? Why can't I... What's going on here? Oh, I gotta... There we go. Up, up, up. Okay, now I gotta get back in there. Alright, so yeah, there's definitely some annoying little quirks to this room, but once we're out of it, I think that's pretty much it for this sort of stuff for the whole game, actually. So I'm glad the game doesn't push this sort of shit like in your face too much. It's just this one little bit here, basically. But yeah, with this guy that's like flying overhead that you can latch onto, you have to kind of wait till he's like in the exact right spot. Like he has to be a certain distance from that to be able to make the jump. Oh, what just happened? Oh, I fell off the edge again. Annoying. That's where we're trying to get to, so come over this way so we can... Oh, I did, I came off again. Jesus Christ. This is the one platforming bit in the whole game that I don't like. Okay, alright, let's try this again. Let's see if we can jump onto the son of a bitch. I wonder if I jump onto this one. I can't jump onto this from here, but I might be able to... Alright, now I fell down here last time because I guess there must be a gap. I don't know. Oh, this is just a save station. Well, that's still a good thing. Ain't nothing wrong with a save station. Dun, dun, dun. I've got our health back at least. Okay, so that's good. Save stations usually mean, yeah, you're coming up to something. You might want to save. So here's hoping that whatever it is I'm saving for can also be reached from... Oops. Come on, come on. Okay, so there are definitely two ones to swing at. That one over there. So I swung on one that was over here. You kidding me? Yeah, like I said, like I love this game to death. I can overlook most of its flaws, but this room has always bugged me. There's just something about it that just doesn't quite feel as tight as the rest of the game. It's still of a level that most other games could only like dream of reaching. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. Alright. Oh my fucking Christ. Just that mix of like the dark and then not being able to see what you're doing, but being able to see what you're doing, and the repetition of coming back and forth every time you fall down. It's punishing. I've already lost like 2 tanks because of stupid Phazon bullshit. It's so hard to like gauge how close you are to the friggin'. Like, am I close enough to make it? Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. See, because I can't actually see what I'm... I'm trying to jump on, like... Okay, there's like a... There's a gap, so there's this mushroom, and then there's another mushroom. Like, I don't... Maybe it's just the brightness on this TV. Like, I literally cannot see those mushrooms, so I'm kind of like jumping blindly. So I'm going to cut until I'm on those mushrooms, because this is getting a bit much. Alright, I made it on. Hooray! Now. Oh, now I've got some invisible bombers. I don't think they have a new scan, do they? Oh, I can't scan them because they're invisible. I'm an idiot. I think it's an interesting addition, although they're only at this... I think there's like one late room here in the game and that's it. It's just kind of weird, but... Whatever, I guess. It's not a biggie. Okay, here we go. This could be it. Nope, still not it. Although we do have our first plasma troopers, so we better get a scan of these guys. Plasma troopers face hard on with plasma beam technology, same stuff as the other guys, just now they're plasma based. So now we've seen all of the different troopers. And the way these guys burst into flames never gets old. And there's some more of these guys up here. So we're deep in these mines now, and you can kind of see why me and so many other people aren't super keen on this particular part of the game. It's just... It's not that it's not fun. There's definitely some very cool ideas in here. It's just so drab and... Just doesn't feel like it has the richness of other parts of the game, which, like I keep saying, I guess is like part of the idea, because after all, it's a mine. Mines aren't generally very exciting unless you're playing a Donkey Kong Country game. But it's just one of those things, I suppose. I thought that maybe there was an invisible platform to get across there, but there isn't. What am I missing? Or maybe I can just jump across there. Can I scan that stuff from here? Surely I must be missing something. There's got to be something I'm missing here. Nope. Looks like I'm gonna have to jump. It looks too far, but it was too far. Oh, great. Now I'm choking it in Phazon. Oh, really? Incoming scan. Now you want to tell me? Unique Phazon readings analyzed. No. High levels of Phazon source found. Well, shit, son. I had no idea. I was just coming this way because I had nothing better to do with my time. Everything after this bit of the game is like really smooth sailing, so this bit's just kind of... Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Of course there's a grapple point. Dan, you spastic. And computers. Security override control engaged, access granted. You're not gonna last long against me, buddy. You're a dead man. Okay, so it takes 2 hits to kill them. I thought it was 1 for some reason. I guess because wasn't thinking too great. Alright, we've got a wave beam guy. I always press that wrong button. And I can hear an item, actually. It's an item near here. Come back here, you asshole. Oh, asshole me. Alright, got some pirate lore. Is this the last one? Must be getting close. Space pirate crypto data decoded. As we continue to observe the development of the Project Helix elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new era of space pirate dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage, and their ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays of our ground forces. Though they are not as quick as typical pirates, it makes little difference with a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates, we will have a near indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. Sounds like a very arrogant thing to say. Omega Pirate absorption system test results are in. Field tests indicate that this system is very effective against beam weaponry. We are alarmed at the field's inability to handle missile attacks. However, science team is working around the clock to correct this critical design flaw. The Omega Pirate cannot afford such a weakness in a battle. Data suggests that the Omega Pirate lifespans are critically low. High levels of Phazon exposure are causing rapid cell degeneration in all test subjects. No subject lived longer than 2 decacycles in our simulations. The lifespans must be increased to be cost effective. So it says a very little interesting note there, and something that will help you in the actual numerous factors present quarter stuff. A little thing that'll help you in the battle, the fact that they're weak against missiles. So the other ones we could take care of with the power beam. That is no longer the case. We're going to be using largely missiles on this particular boss fight. Okay, so there's this little room down here, which might be a save room, I think, from memory. Yes. So we'll save, and then we're going to fight us a monster. And once we've fought this monster, we're going to make our way back out to the ship, and that's where we're going to close out this episode. So next episode, I'm done recording today. This is like the 5th episode I've recorded today. So next episode we'll be collecting all those Chozo artifacts. Just see if there's any other information up here that could be helpful. Phazon processing efficiency at maximum, production to 180% and rising. So obviously getting quite good at this Phazon business. Health alert, Phazon radiation warning is still in effect. Do not enter a Phazon processing area without a level B radiation gear. Prolonged exposure is 100% fatal. So those areas are just as dangerous to us as they are these space pirates. But very soon that might change. Because you already know I'm getting the Phazon suit. So of course it's going to change. Although how you obtain the Phazon suit, that's what's interesting. And this is the first time I get to see them melt ice, so I melted that ice there to get access to this. But here we go. What's going on in here? What in the diddly? This is the Omega Pirate. Most powerful of the elite pirate forces, Omega Pirate can become invisible to normal sight. It is vulnerable when cloaked, as all energy is drawn from its defense systems. By exposing itself to Phazon, it can regenerate damaged tissue and organs. Considered the pinnacle of elite pirate program. This enemy should be handled with extreme caution and maximum firepower. So you can actually shoot the... even though he has a resistance to beam weapons, you can use the beam weapons to damage the Phazon on its body, and which is the smart way to go about things, although now it's just absorbing it, which is not very helpful. But you can take a little bit of a beating, just a tiny one. These attack patterns are all very similar to the regular elites, for the most part. He's obviously got like that swipe attack and a few other things which are unique to him, but for the most part it's just like handling one of the elite pirates. Come on, stop being a butt. And it's actually your energy that charges his... I believe it's like your shots, much like the in Fendrana, there was that thing we fought, and it was absorbing our beam weapons and using that to power its attacks. So this guy does a little bit of that as well. But he's starting to... Once we've destroyed all these little Phazon armor things, will... So you notice we haven't actually hurt him yet in terms of his health bar. And in order to do that, we first have to destroy all of his Phazon shielding. And this is where the battle really starts. And you can also call in reinforcements, which is obviously a little bit of a pain. But overall, he's not a particularly difficult boss. He's a lot of fun to fight, actually. You can hear him laughing and stuff like that, which gives him a bit of personality, which I really appreciate. But I can't see him. Where did he go? What's going on? Well, if we skip to this, we can see he's actually here. And that's where you heard him. When he's regenerating himself like that, you can just hit him with a charge shot. And now he's got his Phazon shielding back, which is a bit of annoying. Ouch. A little annoying the way he does that, but yeah, it's not so bad. I think there's ways of actually killing him quicker. I saw a YouTube video and there was like some really quick way of damaging him multiple times. So you can basically only have to take his Phazon shield away once. I can't remember how they did it, but it was pretty interesting to see. Get away from me! So one fully charged shot from the plasma beam is all it takes to... if you can hit him right. And that's the thing with his leg, right? Because he gets his hands get in the way. And you end up having to try to... get around that issue, but... Come here, come here, come here, come here. It's all in the timing. Alright, one more to go. This music's pretty good too, actually. This seems appropriately epic, and they've got those mining sounds, which are very similar to what you heard in Donkey Kong Country 2, actually, in the mining stages in that game. Alright, what sort of troop are you bringing out next? I'm going to guess Ice Troopers. Nope, Wave Troopers again. So you can either fight them, or you can do what I'm going to do, which is wait for him to start laughing, and then wait to see where he is. Where is he going to show up? There he is. So he actually gets his health back when he does that. Oh, there's an ice trooper in there as well. He's mixing things up a little bit. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, I think you can actually, if you're really quick, you can actually stop him from regenerating that shield. But you have to be super fast. And I am not super fast. And this is kind of problematic now that he's got these troops out everywhere. That's made him a little bit more difficult. Alright, now we're good. You're dead to me. I'm gonna kill you. Ugh. It's just that constant way he has his hands up makes him... You have to get so close to his legs to try to circumvent his hand attacks, which is why I usually take them out first. But there we go. They're both taken out. That was nice, and that wasn't too bad. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't understand how that did that to that arm, but I won't complain about it. So he only really uses those rocket launchers on his back if you get too far away from him. That's kind of like his way of damaging from a distance, so you're actually safer close to him, I think. Like, his physical attacks actually do less damage than his rocket ones. Okay. So alright, so he's almost down. I'm just going to take care of this last wave of troopers, and we should be good. Wave troopers again? Really? Okay. This is the quick way of taking down these guys. And he's trying to get his shields back. Can't let that happen. The Phazon suit. So now, essentially, we are completely immune to Phazon. We can walk all over it, and like no one, and who cares? I sure don't. Doesn't hurt me at all. I can do whatever I want. Alright, so let's come over here and we'll make our way out of here. And we're going to make our way back to the ship because now we have all of the upgrades. We're a goodie. Yeah, all this Phazon stuff is a complete non-issue. No fucks were given. There's a thing here. I don't remember if that actually... No, it's just there for support, I suppose. And we get an energy tank for our troubles as well. I think that generous. So we've still got 2 more energy tanks to get. One is locked in ice. There might be 2 locked in ice, actually. I think there might be both in Fendrana. But I'm not entirely positive. I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'll end up not finishing it with all of the... I think these Metroids... Yeah, these are different Metroids to the usual ones. These are... Fission Metroids. Metroid the ability to split into 2 forms. The Fission Metroid is a mutant capable of splitting into 2. This split endows the new creature with the vulnerability to most weaponry. This effect is unstable, resulting in a weakness to a type or of a weapon or fire. The vulnerability appears to be random due to the chaotic nature of the Phazon mutation. So when you actually hurt them enough to like break them, they split into 2. And you end up with 2 Metroids that you have to kill, which is far more annoying than just the one. Alright, so we're going to destroy these, blow these up. No one wants this shit. We're going to go which way? I think it's yes, this way. Make our way back up to the top here. So you might remember this room from earlier. I came in here thinking I was going the right way when I was very much going the wrong way on my way to get the X-ray visor. But it's a bit of a pain room, actually. I don't particularly like it that much. Oh, and you can see it's changed the look of the morph ball as well. Now we're black, so black and red. It looks pretty cool, I think. Come on, troopers. You guys don't want to fuck with me. Look at me. I'm wearing a Phazon suit. You don't want to mess with that. No one wants to mess with that, surely. I like the fact you can just knock them off the edge and down they go. Now, our options are, if I want to get back to my ship, there's an elevator up the top here that goes to somewhere that we haven't been yet, which means there might be an item up there. So I guess that's the route we'll take. I don't need to 100% it, but I want to... Oh, you jerk. That was a low blow. I was not expecting that to happen. But we're pretty much done with Phazon Mines. I might have missed one artifact in here that we'll have to come back to and get, but for the most part, we're done with this place after this episode. It's over, it's finished. And I'm glad, because yeah, like I've said multiple times, it is just not that fun an area. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like it's bad or anything like that. It's just not as interesting as the other areas in the game, and you know, once I don't have to worry about how uninteresting it is, then that's a good thing, I think. Hopefully I won't get shot this time on my way over here. That'd be nice. And I didn't. Good. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Oh, it's you. You did this. I guess I could have tried walking across those platforms, but they look a little tiny. And then once I'm up here, what have we got? Alright, there's a thing over here. Couldn't really see it because of the shadow on it. This game looks very dark on this television. I'm too lazy to put up that shit. Just shoot it. Just shoot it, man! Wait for this platform to come back. Oh, is there another way up? There is. I could just come up here like this. Then I can jump on it from anywhere. Genius. Now, I don't exactly remember where this pops out, but I'm sure it'll be somewhere very convenient to everyone. Ah. So I guess if you were to come through here without the Phazon suit, you'd be in a bit of spot of trouble. Magma coming south. What? Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter where we save as long as we save, because we've got to go all over the place to get these artifacts. The black suit looks a little dull to me, but whatever. Let's just get to that next save point. Actually, this could be the one where there is another item. I think it is. Yep. First of all, blast our way through here. You can see there's actually like another crater here, which is completely unrelated to the other one. But it's interesting that it's there regardless. So that was a shortcut we couldn't get through before, but you might remember this room, because we've been in here a few times already. Quite a few times already. I should be using a different gun for this, so I am. Come on, man. There you go. Wasn't so bad. Okay, so I want to get to the nearest save point. Actually, you know what? We've got quite a few on Phandrana, so we're going to Phandrana to save. There is quite a lot to collect in Phandrana. And I'm pressing the wrong fucking button again. So, only about 2 episodes left to go. So, I hope you're okay with that. I hope you have enjoyed this series so far, and I'm just going to quickly find out what's in here, because I don't know. Oh, a save point. Well, we'll just save here then. So, I hope you had a good time, and I'll catch you next time as we collect all the artifacts. So, I hope you'll join me for that, and I hope you have a great day. Catch you later.